On this week's episode of What's Up Weekly, we'll recap one of the biggest weekends of the year, IU Homecoming. We've got highlights from this year's festivities and an exclusive interview with this year's Homecoming King and Queen.
And IU comes together to break a Guinness World Record. What's Up Weekly starts now.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of What's Up Weekly. I'm Laura Puglisi.
And I'm Alex Edie. We've got another big show for you all this week, so just jump right in with the trending topics this week.
That's right. So the major topic that's taken over celebrity news deals with a former Hollywood film producer who's been accused of several counts of sexual assault. Producer Harvey Weinstein was exposed by the New York Times earlier this month of sexually assaulting numerous women who've been silenced for years, and now they're speaking out.
Yeah, now more than 20 women in Hollywood have come out accusing Weinstein of sexual assault, including Angelina Jolie, Gwyneth Paltrow, Jessica Barth, and Cara Delevingne. The ladies told their stories to New York Times, and even some of them broke their silence on Twitter.
Yeah, it's been a chain reaction, and these women, they're telling their stories and encouraging others to stand up as well, and they're doing this by using the hashtag #MeToo.
Yes, and moving forward, the producer has been fired from the Weinstein Company, and they also plan to take up a private investigation. But the important part now is that these women are speaking their truths.
Absolutely. It's shocking to see so many women come forward, but there's definitely power in numbers, and kudos to them for speaking out about it.
Absolutely. On a lighter note, jumping into what's been going on around campus, the university took their shot at breaking a Guinness World Record last Friday. Amelia Reynolds joins us in studio to give us all the details. Amelia?
Thanks, Alex. Participants came together for the world's largest stop, drop, and roll demonstration ever. The event was held as a part of National Fire Prevention Week, sponsored by the IU Office of Insurance. The current record is held at 1,719 participants, but the IU demonstration came up a bit short with a turnout of only about 200 people. But regardless, the event brought everyone together for a fun cause. Back to you, ladies.
Thanks, Amelia. Have you ever thought about doing yoga but felt like it was only for girls or too slow pace? IU Student Recreational Sports Center has introduced a new yoga class called Bro Flow Yoga that takes traditional yoga and puts a spin on it. Bro Flow Yoga is fast-paced, intense yoga mixed with your traditional yoga poses and stretches. It takes elements of different yoga styles, and each class focuses on what the participants feel they need to work on. Of course, anyone can attend Bro Flow Yoga, but it was geared towards guys who are athletes or work out a lot and want to stretch and keep their body healthy.
All the other yoga sessions, I feel like it's more targeted towards guys. The level of difficulty it is. It's a little harder than slow flow or morning yoga. So I just kind of like how it's a little harder, a little more challenging.
The Bro Flow Yoga class is offered twice a week on Wednesdays and Sundays at the SRSC. For more information on times and other classes, visit recsports.indiana.edu and click on the Group Exercise tab. A fun event that got Bloomington up and running during Homecoming Week was the annual Glow Run directed by the Student Athletic Board. Hoosiers began at Memorial Stadium collecting their glow-in-the-dark gear and listening to music. The route went from the Memorial Stadium parking lot through the backlit tunnel to the football field. All were welcome at the event, which made for a better turnout than expected.
It's a lot of fun to see a bunch of different people, from older people to students currently, just coming out and running the course and having fun doing it, knowing that we kind of set the tone, set the bar high for this upcoming homecoming weekend.
The Glow Run is not the only event the Student Athletic Board is taking on this year. The board plans to volunteer at their upcoming food drive called Candy Stripe Classic on October 21st and 22nd.
And to add to the recap of homecoming festivities, last Friday, the IU National PanHellenic Council held their annual Stroll Fest. The National PanHellenic Council, which is a collection of historically Black Greek organizations, showcased their strolls after much hard work and preparation. These routines incorporate aspects of dancing, stepping, and some traditional strolls that are historic to each Greek organization.
This year's annual Stroll Fest is to showcase the traditional steps and strolls and to just allow for creativity within the National PanHellenic Council. We do it every year for our alumni to come down and show their creativity as well as the current council.
This social event is a chance for both students and alumni to get together and celebrate these organizations.
And last but not least, on Friday, student Hoosier fans and alumni gathered from all over to celebrate homecoming with the traditional homecoming parade.
The parade celebrated school spirits and showcased the enthusiasm for IU's long-lasting tradition. What's Up Weekly's reporter Kendall Yankowski has the story.
This weekend is homecoming at IU, so alumni as well as current students are all coming together to celebrate everything they love about Bloomington and IU. Numerous events and traditions are occurring throughout the week, all leading up to the game against the University of Michigan on Saturday, the 14th.
I've been going to homecoming since at least I was in middle school or so, and it's just like we were talking about when we came down here, your heart just swells when you come back because it's the best place on earth. So.
The homecoming parade in particular has been an IU tradition documented since the early 1900s. The university's clubs, organizations, sports, etc. are all included in the parade and portray school spirit unlike any other.
Everybody coming back, the first thing they remember are their best memories, and I think really all of those are just evoked whenever they come back, so it's a great environment.
The parade concludes with the revealing of the homecoming king and queen. This year it happens to be John Fannin and Alyssa Unger, but the rest of the homecoming court are honored to be a part of it nonetheless.
I think it's just really fun as a student to be a part of the bigger picture of the festivities. I think it's really cool to be up here representing the university to the alumni, acknowledging some of the great accomplishments of a lot of really great student leaders on campus.
Due to the success of the event, the homecoming parade has been a yearly tradition, all except for in 2012 when a concert replaced the parade. This year, crowds filled the stands and the sidewalks surrounding the parade. IU's Homecoming Parade is a tradition that continues year after year, drawing crowds of young and old. For What's Up Weekly, I'm Kendall Yankowski.
Oh, that was so great to watch. It's so great to see all of the Hoosier fans from all walks of life, coming together to celebrate what they have in common, a love for IU.
Absolutely, and congratulations to the 2017 Homecoming King and Queen, John Fannin and Alyssa Unger, as they are the homecoming, as well as the rest of the homecoming court.
Coming up after the break, we're going to sit down with the 2017 Homecoming King and Queen right here in studio to talk about their big win.
Yeah, that's right. Stay with us.
It's an honor to be here.
After suffering a season-ending injury in late March,
as you can see behind me,
Welcome back. We are so excited to have in studio with us today the winners of the 2017 Homecoming Court, Alyssa Unger and John Fannin.
Yeah, guys, welcome to the show. First off, congrats on winning this Homecoming King and Queen title this weekend. We are just so excited to have you. So I guess start off by telling the viewers a little bit about yourselves. I guess if you want to go, Alyssa.
Yeah, so I'm a senior studying English and education, so busy all the time. I'm super involved on campus, which is a bunch of activities. I love IU. Yeah, that's all I really could say.
And I'm also a senior. I'm studying sport marketing management. I'm minoring in business and marketing. And I'm from Portage, Indiana. And I think, thank you for having us, on the show.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, so one of the things that I've noticed is I feel like being on the homecoming court, you have to love IU. So, and you said that you do too. So tell us a little bit about your experiences at IU and what made you want to get on the court.
You can go first.
I think just I'm involved in Student Athletic Board, and we basically promote the 24 sports that we have at IU. And I think just being at all the sporting events and just, I don't know, just cheering on IU and like losing my voice from there and just like being a part of something that's bigger than myself and just being part of the Hoosier Nation. I think that's what made me like fall in love with IU. And plus, like a bonus too is like our campus is also like beautiful. So I think that's why I love IU.
Yeah, I think like I fell in love with IU for like the campus and all of that. And then just when I got here, it was so accessible. I mean, like with Greek life, and I was an RA for 2 years, and I'm involved in the government. And like, there's just so many different things that you can be involved in. And it just makes you love IU even more because it makes this huge school seem so small. So something like this does that as well.
Of course.
Absolutely. So I guess tell us, what was your reaction? You went out and you applied and you went through the whole process. But first, I mean, tell us a little bit about that process though, because it is a whole entire application and you have to be seeked out to do that. So what was that process like going through that?
I think with me, like I had my advisors and stuff like reach out to like our organization and like ask if anybody like wants to apply and stuff. And then from there, we applied to be the Queen and King to be on the court. And from there, we applied and they rank us like, I think.
There were like 6 of us, and they ranked us with scores. And then we had an interview with like 10 people sitting around a table. It was so intimidating, but it was actually really fun because they asked us just questions about IU and all the things that we love. So it felt really fun and comfortable.
Yeah, and then like when we met, like the actual homecoming core, like everyone was just personable, and like I was just happy to be around them. And like I've never seen so many people that like love IU so much, and just like outstanding individuals that are like head of their organization. So
I thought I didn't have a chance because these people were incredible, like some of the best people on our campus for sure.
Yeah. And you guys were saying you didn't know each other at all, right, before this? Now you're like really
now we're besties.
That's the whole thing. So like, what you guys going through this together and being able to win together, how was that?
It was fun.
Well, for like when we were announced, we were actually partnered up together, and then she was announced the queen, and then I was like, oh right, like that's great, like she won, like I'm like at least I could stand right next to her. And then when they said my name, I was just in complete like shock.
We were both. It was just unexpected, completely.
And it just, I don't know, it's incredible to be chosen like king and queen. Who can say that we were like Queen and King for IU, so
that's got to be one of your top moments here. I would guess.
That's a huge deal.
We peaked this weekend.
Oh my God.
For sure. But I just feel blessed to represent like such an incredible school and student body and stand next to him. He's an incredible person, and I just feel lucky. So it's awesome.
My heart.
Tell us the moment. I know you guys were telling us how, like that moment was crazy. Tell us about the moment and kind of what it was like.
Well, when we were going up into it, we were just like, all right, like we were just happy like to be with like such amazing people, and we were just, I don't know, I was nervous.
I was so nervous, and I had like friends and family come from like everywhere, and I was like, this is gonna be so embarrassing when I like lose. And I know it was such an honor just to be on court, but it was just so cool to like walk up there, and then I was standing next to him, and I was like, he's gonna win, so I'm not gonna win, but I'm lucky to stand next to him. And then I won, and I was just like, what? Like the video of me, I'm like looking around, like, are you sure? Like, are you sure you didn't screw up? And then he won, and
there was fireworks.
Yeah. It was like a huge deal.
It was surreal. It was surreal.
Definitely.
So I guess tell us, was this homecoming any different for you guys because you were on homecoming court this time? So was the experience any bit different, or what was it like?
It's probably the most memorable one that I've had at IU. I mean, like as a freshman, I didn't really know like what the homecoming was gonna be like at IU. Like I know in high school we like had our parade and stuff, but like IU, like toward like between high school and stuff, it's like a grander scale, and like much more like, I don't know, like school spirit. Like there's alums that like have been here like every single year since they graduated, and I think meeting those people and just seeing how much like they love IU and how much it impacted them, it made me love IU that much more. So
I can't wait to come back forever, every year. Like it just made it so cool.
Yeah,
that is amazing. Yeah, it sounds like you guys, were really had just a great experience, and I'm so happy that you guys got to go through that and win. And congrats!
Yeah, congrats. That's such a big deal, but we're glad to have you
incredible.
In studio. So thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Coming.
So
thank you.
Yeah.
Make sure that you guys follow John and Alyssa on Twitter and on any other social media site, and keep up with their whereabouts this year.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Congrats, guys.
Thank
Thank you very much.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap up this week. That is what's up this week. Make sure you guys tune in next week for all of your local and entertainment news. Before we go, though, I do want to give a special shout out to my lovely co-host. It is her birthday today, guys.
Happy
So get on
birthday.
social media and send her a message and tell her happy birthday. But we're going to wrap it up, okay? We have to go. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at IUSTV News, and follow us on Twitter at What's Up Weekly IU.
For What's Up Weekly, I'm Laura Puglisi.
And I'm Alex Ceedy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next week.
Thanks.